Hello, my name is Eliot and I'm a member of the Stanford Graduate School of Business, the class of 1967, and very proud to be a classmate of Alex's. I'm going to give a few remarks today, I think on behalf of our fellow classmates, some of whom are in the audience today. As you might imagine, Alex was one of the better liked people in our class. He was known, I think, by one and all for his warmth and his friendliness, and more than that, his openness, and I think we've heard a little bit about that today. Unlike some of our, not a few of our classmates, he was not overly hung up on himself. He was warm, he was humble, he was friendly, and I think many in our class considered him to be a friend. After business school, he was a fixture in our class reunions. Every 5 years, we would get together for reunion parties, and Jan and Alex would host some of the parties at their home in Portola Valley. And everybody looked forward to seeing Alex at the reunions. I remember particularly some comments he made at our 40th reunion just 3 years ago. Shortly before that, he had suffered a mild heart attack. And obviously, and like myself, I also had a mild heart attack. Those things get you to stop and think about your life and about some of your habits. Well, Alex stood up after dinner and gave a very passionate plea to his classmates about taking care of ourselves and watching our diet and watching our exercise and visiting our doctor. And I think everybody who was at the reunion remembers Alex's remarks, and I think many of us took them to heart and acted on them. Well, our paths crossed several times since graduation. Alex sent 3 kids to MA High School. We sent 3 kids to MA High School. We overlapped in several business areas. When Alex was running Seagull Enterprises, his sports timing business in the 70s, I had a small radio communications business, and as it turned out, our lead engineer was moonlighting for Alex in his sport timing business. And I didn't discover this right away, but I discovered that he was spending nights and weekends in sport timing. So I contacted Alex, and we briefly had a little tug of war over who was going to command more of Norm Paler's time. But it would allow me to reconnect with Alex, and I will mention now, if you haven't read his book, Splitting the Second, please do so. It is a very engaging and readable book. Well, fast forwarding to maybe 5 or 6 years ago, I introduced Alex to George Zhang, who's also in the audience here, who was a former engineer that I worked with. George had started a company making biometric locks, and in layman terms that means fingerprint locks. And George needed assistance in the marketing area, so I introduced him to Alex. Alex worked with George, I think, for several years and really became quite an expert in fingerprint lock marketing, and subsequently worked with several companies in the area. In fact, George and Alex and I had lunch together just 2 short months ago, and learned about yet another company that Alex was working with in this space. And I think this really typifies the remarks that Don Allen made about Alex's passion and enthusiasm for both startup companies and emerging technologies, and technology, particularly some technologies that he considered somewhat exotic. And this was his passion, and as Don mentioned, he worked in over 70 companies that fit this profile. Jen, she mentioned Jan asked me to make a posting on our Class of 67 website, which I did last week, and the response was amazing. We've gotten dozens of responses from Alex's classmates from around the world, from Argentina, from England, from all over the U.S. And I'd like to close by just reading a few of those memories of Alex. I'm very sad to hear this news. Alex was such a fun person to be around, and I'm thankful that I had a chance to talk with him at our 40th reunion. I especially enjoyed his book, Splitting the Second, as a humorous take on the travails of starting a business. He will indeed be missed. Our condolences to his family. Bill Prescott. This is a very sad piece of news. In addition to just being a friend, Alex has been helping me develop e-commerce solutions for our new products. And this comes as a total shock. Again, Alex is always engaged in startups. I'm so sorry to hear about Alex. When I mentioned his passing to my wife, Alexa, her immediate response was, "He was fun," recalling our meeting at the 25th reunion. Indeed, Alex was fun, engaging, and a joy to be with. I admired him so much. He showed all of us how to escape the often stilted business school mode. Ken Howell. Thanks for passing along the sad news about Alex. Unfortunately, I didn't have Alex in many of my classes at the GSB or get to know him well. But early on, he and Jan hosted several parties at their home at reunion time, at which time I got to know Alex a whole lot better. He was obviously very bright and insightful, but always displayed a great sense of humor and perspective. Come reunion time, he was one of the guys you look forward to sharing some time with. Alex was certainly an asset to our class, and he will be missed. Paul Makeley. Clearly, it has been many decades since I made contact with Alex, but a good name means everything, and Alex had that in spades. I remember him as not having a mean bone in his body. May his soul rest in peace. Please convey my condolences to the Chang family. Phil Cameron. I think these comments from our classmates can convey our feeling better than I can personally about how we regarded Alex and what a tremendous person he was and how well he was regarded by all of us. And we will all remember him fondly.